Loud. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to November the 6th, Chair Yoga, Cancer Support Community. If you're not with us, and you're joining us later and just viewing this for the second time, we're just really, really happy you're here. It's chilly outside. We are starting to see a dip in the temperatures and wind chill. So we're going to think about, let's wiggle our fingers, okay? And then stretch and roll our wrist a little bit. There we go. You know, the toes and the fingertips get a little, if we don't have a good blood flow down there, they get a little chilly sometimes. So you can always do something that kind of makes them work. Shake them a little bit more. We're going to come to a comfortable seated pose on the chair. Okay, sit up straight, good posture, just like our family taught us how to do. Anchor your hands somewhere. Look straight ahead. And we're going to try to come inward a little bit. We're going to try to connect. We're going to try to leave everything that's out there, and just see what's inside today. And can you see your breath enter the nostrils, travel down the throat to the bronchial tubes, from there to the lungs? And then the miracle of all miracles, the exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide. And then the breath comes back out the same way it came in. It may exit through the nostrils, or you may breathe or exhale through the mouth. And if that's a little difficult for you to find today, to see, add a color. And just watch your breath. In, down, up, out. See what it looks like. I find it a little easier when my eyes are closed, but I don't want anybody falling off the chair, so be mindful of that. And now that you've found your breath and you can kind of see where it's going, what does it look like? Is it sharp, jagged, cold, warm, hot? It can be anything, and know that there's no wrong answer here. You just be honest with your breath, or with yourself, about what your breath looks like. Good. There it is. You got it. And now what we're going to do is modify. We're going to do our first modification of the breath. And I want you to just make the breath even on the inhale, even on the exhale. And for me, I usually put a count to this, and you can put any count you want to. I normally do 1, 2, 3 on the inhale, 3, 2, 1 on the exhale. Yours could be 2, yours could be 4, but we want it to be soft and gentle. And I can hear him in the room. Everybody's got a nice breath going here. Warm and comfortable it'll eventually become, with an even inhale and an even exhale. That's all. Watch that breath. Maybe you still have the color attached to it. I do. I have a bright yellow attached to my breath this morning. Now I'd like to make it a little bit fuller. Modification number 2 is we're going to make it bigger, fuller. So everything stays the same, other than, for me, my count's going to go from 1, 2, 3 to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I'm going to go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Probably some side effects to this breath when you pay attention. You may have to clear your throat a little bit. You may actually become a little bit more alert. You may be thinking you were going to just skate through class today, but this is a, wait a minute, we're here, we got to pay attention. Big, fuller breath. Yeah, there we go. A little more alive, a little more alert. We're still focusing on the breath and not worrying about the grocery list. Good. Nice. The next two breaths we're going to just practice for a little bit are breaths to help us deal with the craziness of the day, the tension, whatever you want to classify it as, the guy, person who cut you off in traffic, whatever. There are two breaths that we're going to play with today. Okay, and just to give you some options, the first one is keep that full 5-count breath. Keep that cool 5-count exhale. Then when you get to that one, add a couple extra ones and tuck your belly button in. Just there you go. Like that, you know what we do when we take the group family photo, tuck your belly. That's it. So for me, it's gonna look like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1 as I tuck the belly button, as I inhale and I tuck it in. I know it's awkward, right? It feels weird. So we're gonna have to practice that just a little bit. Okay, but try to find the rhythm, and all the other parts of the breath remain the same. It's soft, it's gentle, it's just awkward. It's warm and it's comfortable, and you're focusing on the breath. You're working this right now. Okay. There it is. Extended exhale, tucking the belly. Okay. Yeah. I think that what happens on that extended exhale is that you can actually feel your heart rate slow a little bit. The blood pressure drops. And for those 3 extended ones, I just feel better. It's like, oh, and we know that we need that a lot during the day. Mm. And one of the fourth breath we're going to practice today, we're just going to start to play with this and add it to our repertoire, is a 4-count breath. Okay, and this is one that was not in my yoga training, but it actually, I picked it up in a movie. We talked about it last week in class. And this is, it's a little different. I think it's used in military training, okay, throughout the world. But here's what we're going to do. We're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4 on the inhale. And then we're going to hold the breath for 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to exhale the breath 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to hold the breath 1, 2, 3, 4. I've seen it written that it's 4 by 4, 4 plus, whatever. It's just a different way of trying to deal with the stress and the craziness of our normal everyday life. So it's going to be different than the other 3, but let's just practice. Let's do 3 or 4 cycles, okay? Okay, nicely done, everybody. Gently open your eyes, wiggle your fingers and toes. That's maybe the second time we've actually played with that in class, so I don't know that it's great. Was it?
Practically fell asleep.
I love it. And I gotta tell you something that I know that I was paying attention, and I don't know if you noticed this, I'm just gonna leave for 1 second. This was really, really, somebody graciously put this little clock in the room, and I don't know if you can hear it or not. There is a second beat on it,
Oh, yes.
right? There's a second beat on it. Okay, so it was so easy for me. I literally just, I don't know if you can hear it, guys. All right, but it's this little tiny clock. And it has a second beat. It's just a tick, tick, tick. So it was really easy to get into that four count, cadence. Okay, everybody, let's get a little drink here. Stay hydrated. You know, this holiday season is here and this is when it gets crazy. So I thought it was a great time to add that extra breath. And remember, in yoga, you can just cherry pick. You should say, I don't need to do those other three breaths, but I'm gonna do this one today, because this is crazy, right? Absolutely. All right. Let me adjust the camera for 1 second here.
And do that breath, the in-laws are coming, the in-laws.
That was a good response. Okay, you wanna say that louder?
I said, I'll use that breath, the in-laws are coming, the in-laws are coming.
The in-laws are coming, the in-laws are coming. I got it. Okay. Oh, anchor, everybody, sit up straight, good posture, keep your back off the back of the chair. I have my hands anchored here. We're gonna go ahead and look up. And on the exhale, we're gonna drop our chin down towards the heart. There you go. You got this. Up. And down. Good job. Can you hear the ticking? Great. Inhaling back to center, and we're gonna look out over the left shoulder on the exhale. Back to center on the inhale, exhale out over the right shoulder at your rate, whatever works for you. There we go. Remember, the shoulders are just pretty much staying right where they're at. This is a movement. This is an asana, a pose that's in the neck. There we go. Good job, everybody. Nice. Back to center. We're going to bring the opposite hands up. The hands up to opposite shoulders, not the opposite shoulders to the opposite. I almost had a double negative there. Sorry. Okay. We're holding the shoulders down. That's the whole purpose of them being here. We're sitting up straight in good posture. And what we're going to do is we're going to, on the exhale, drop that left ear towards the left shoulder. Inhale, back up. Exhale, right ear. Oh. There we go. And again, I know I've said this 100 times, but we're not looking for pain. We're just looking for that resistance that the body provides that says that's far enough. Okay. Nice. Back to center on the inhale. On the exhale, drop that chin down towards the heart and just let this really beautiful, nice, easy neck roll occur. Oh. Yeah. And back in the opposite direction. Oh. Great job, everybody. Here we go. Gently bring the hands down. Wiggle, shake, whatever you want to do. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to do shoulder rolls. Pretty simple. Straight ahead leg. Inhale the shoulders up towards the ears, and I'm going to roll them back. Yeah, so it looks like this. Wherever, and remember, some of us have had shoulder surgery, it's wherever you just feel the resistance. No pain. Okay, this time we're going to inhale the shoulders up. We're going to roll them forward. Whew. There you go. Nice. Great job, everybody. Right hand comes to the front of the left shoulder. Before we were on top, now we're at the front of the shoulder. The whole purpose of it being here is to keep the shoulder from getting squirrely, to steal a NASCAR term, right? Left hand comes straight out, up it comes, and it goes wherever it wants to go. And around to the back. There we go. And remember, the right hand is there, and what it's doing is just keeping that left shoulder from getting goofy. There we go. All we're doing, just opening shoulder. You might have rotator cuff issues on that side, so you may look like this. That's okay. Left hand comes over to the front of the right shoulder. Up comes that right. Oh, not as far on this side for Reber. There we go. Nice. Do that one more time. Excellent, everybody. Good. Shake your hands out. Let's inhale our hands up to T. And just exhale and let the hands drop down slowly. Palms are down. Good. Got it. Inhale up to T. Exhale down. Inhale up to T. Exhale down. Fantastic, everybody. Inhale, reach up to what we call sun salute. And we're going to forward fold, and we're going to put our forearms right up on our thighs above our knees. There we go. Nice and easy. Left hand, left knee, right hand, right knee. There we go. Good. One more time on that sun salute. Exhale, down we come. Forearms above the knees. Whew. I like it. Left hand, left knee, right hand, right knee. Hands are going to come straight out. Look like this from the side. This is going to be locomotion, so we're going to drop the elbows down. This is the inhale right here. And what we're going to do is we're going to exhale. And we're going to bring our elbows in towards our torso, our rib cage. And when they get there, I'd like you to pinch your shoulder blades together and look straight in. Inhale out. Exhale. Yeah. Pinch your shoulder blades. You guys are doing awesome. We're going to do 2 or 3 more there, okay? There you go. You're doing awesome. Nice. One more. Pinch, pinch. This on the last one, go ahead and look up. And then let your eyes come down the ceiling to the wall, down the wall to the floor, and then everything can just relax and come forward. Yeah. All right. Runner stretch, everybody. Left hand comes straight out, okay? And then it's going to come across the center line of the body. And then the inside of the right elbow is going to try to grab something on this left arm, wherever. If it gets close to if it's out here by that's fine. That's not a problem. And now what we have is an extended left hand, and we're looking at the palm of our right hand, and we want to bring the palm of our right hand towards the right side of our face. And then down we come. Left hand up. Cross the center line of the body. There's the reach. There's oh yeah, now we're talking. And down. Up. Cross the center line. Here we go. We're looking at the palm of our hand. Now, we've got an extended left hand. We're looking at the palm of our right hand. And I want you now to look over towards your left shoulder. There we go. And down we come. Which arm?
Right.
Thank you very much. Right arm up. Kathy, I got to admit, when you were gone, these ladies filled in beautifully. They told me what way to have extended right arm. Everybody come across the center line of the body. Inside left elbow, arm tries to find something. Oh, I'm tight on this side. And just bring the left palm towards that left ear. And down it comes. Oh, yeah. Everybody up, across. There we go. Oh, one more time. Up, crossed, reach. Oh, I remember what we're going to do now. We'll look at that palm. Where are we looking? Out over the right shoulder. Yeah. And everything just kind of falls down into place. Fantastic. Well, even if Nina wasn't here, we'd still be doing gold push. There we go. Okay. You know, that's the tricep. This is the bicep. So what we're trying to do is just keep them in place. And then the arms, the forearms, the fingertips, they just roll forward and up they come. There you go. Listen to the body, listen to the connect. One more time. Down. Inhale, up, sun salute. Okay, we're gonna widen the knees just a little bit as we exhale down and just let the arms drift in between the knees. That's it, that's good. Inhale up, sun salute. One more time, down, letting the arms drift in between the knees, but not too far. Don't get too crazy yet. We'll get crazy in just a minute, I promise. Okay, left hand, left knee, right hand, right knee. Seated eagle, my friends. I saw two eagles on one of the osprey nests just south of the Indian River Inlet Bridge on the way out. So I felt like we gotta forget the flamingo thing, we're going with eagles today.
2 eagles in my backyard.
2 eagles in your backyard? Oh, that is fantastic. Right arm comes up, the tricep is trying to stay parallel. And then what we want to do, I'm going to just do this at an angle so you can kind of see. We want to bring that left arm, and if it comes under like this, that's awesome. But if it has to be side by side, that's awesome too. Okay, we want to keep the elbows together. All right, and then all we're going to do is we're just going to lift on the inhale, keeping the elbows together. And it's all right if it's only 2 inches. And then exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Where's the eagle, Reber? There it is, right there, everybody. Good, excellent, wonderful, and down it comes. Right. Left, okay, left. Thank you very much. Left arm up, here we go. All right, and again, trying to get elbow to elbow, and for me, this is very difficult on this side, so I'm just gonna do my best. Looking straight ahead, up we come. Exhale down. Up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Show me your eagle. There it is. Wonderful. Great. By keeping those elbows together, everybody, it takes, like, if we were to do that and this happened, like we had let them come apart, it changes the whole asana of the pose. It puts it out into the outer part of the shoulder. By keeping them together, it isolates this one particular muscle that is buried deep down inside the shoulder blade. And I will try to remember to get the name of that muscle for you because I don't remember. For next week, it'll be kind of fun, and you guys can kind of see if I paid any attention. All right, grab the sides of your chair, everybody. All right, there we go. Make sure you're anchored really good. The Titanic, right? It is from the movie. Share your heart with the world. That's it. Lift your heart up, push it out, pinch your shoulder blades. This is such a great counter pose to our normal day life. Exhale and just relax. Inhale up, Titanic, pick, pinching the shoulder blades. And down. One more time. Sharing your heart, lifting it up, pushing it out forward, pinching the shoulder blades. Go ahead and look up at the ceiling. Then let your eyes come down to the ceiling, down to the wall. When you get down to the floor, let your hands and everything just cascade forward. Inhale up, sun salute. Widen the knees. And this time, everybody, wherever this forward fold happens to land, it's fine. Let the hands go between the legs. Yeah, now we're talking. Okay. Left hand, left knee, right hand, right knee. All right, everybody. This is Jerry's time to shine. Halo on the left. And you know this is the bicep, and you know this is the ear. So our goal is to sit up straight, good posture, and to close that gap. There we go. And down. Up. And down. We're going really high on the rib cage here is where the stretch is. It's actually almost into the armpit. And down it comes. We grab the other side of the chair. Up it comes. As you listen to your body, you're going to realize that, you know, there's one side I'm a little deeper on than the other. And we remember not to let that bother us, but just to realize that's the way it is. And down we come. Yeah, I think it's time to hydrate, everybody. So if you haven't, Okay. Seated twist. Remember when we did our twist earlier, right? We were twisting up in the neck. Well, we're gonna change that now. We want to get into the torso. So bring your right hand on top of your left knee. Left hand comes straight out, just like this. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna open to the left, but we want to turn and twist with the shoulders, okay, or with our chest. So it looks like this. Oh. And exhale back to center line. Sitting up straight, good posture. And exhale back. One more time. When you get back as far as you think you can go, remember that your right hand has got a hold of your left knee. Okay, so when you hold on with that right hand to the left knee, you can go another 1/8 of an inch. And then we're going to exhale, bring that left hand back, drop it onto the right knee. Right hand comes up, and here we go. Opening to the right. You guys look wonderful. I'm watching. Yeah. And back. Now, you know, if you're in treatment, you know, if you've just recently had surgery, you just modify and adapt. And back. And again. Oh, this time when we bring that right hand back, we're going to drop it onto the left knee. We're going to look up. And on the exhale, we're going to let the chin drop down towards the heart. Inhale, look up. Exhale, chin coming down towards the heart. This time we're going to inhale up, sun salute. Excellent, everybody. Here we go. Exhale, drop our extended arms right down through the knees. You got it. Perfect. That's wonderful. You're doing good. One more time. Up, sun salute. Exhale, down we come. Oh, fantastic. Left hand, left knee, right hand, right knee. Okay. I love it. Seated twist. Okay. We're gonna go to extend the legs. So extend the legs, do the point and flex. So I want you to slide back into your chair now. Anchor good. So here's my toes are out. Oh, looks like somebody fell out. Let's get Nina back on here. Here we go. All right, that weather in Colorado is really cold, so I think. Welcome back, Nina. All right, we're gonna point and flex with the legs, and you just scoot it back into your chair. You're gonna hold on to the sides, and you can either lift your legs off the floor and point them and flex them, or you can let the heels on the ground, whatever works for you. Point, flex, point, flex. There you go. Stop on the flex for a minute. Okay. Do you notice how that makes the calf and the thighs active? Okay, it's like when you point the toes, they're kind of just relaxed. They're just kind of, they're there. All right, so when you point and then when you flex, you're actually engaging those muscles. You know, you're not straining them, but you're engaging them. And that's interesting to me. Point the toes and roll the ankles. Because we're going to talk about flexed feet when we get into another pose here. Oh, yeah, point, flex, point, flex. That's awesome, everybody. Bring them right back underneath your seat. There you go. Good. Excellent. Seated pigeon, my friends. Ooh, I know. Bring that right leg up. Okay. Find out what makes it stable for you. Okay. Left hand on the right ankle. Okay. Now this gets a little complicated because there's like three instructions here. I want you first, number one, okay, to flex that right heel. Flex it, which means bend the toes. Then I want you to push away on the knee. Okay, push away on the knee. We're still flexing the right ankle. So there's a whole huge amount of engagement here. All right, we're pushing away, and then we're just going to gently lean into this pose. Okay, we're going to lean in, and that should really be engaging the area around the sciatic nerve. Because we're pushing down on the hand, on the knee, away, we're flexing that right heel, and we're just forward folding a little bit. And then we're done. Oh, good. What?
Where are you supposed to feel it?
That's where I'm feeling it. But you're gonna feel, that's a really great question. She said, am I supposed to feel it here? You're supposed to feel it where it's the tightest. For me, it was a little more in the buttocks.
That's when you said sciatic, that's why I asked.
Yes.
So I'm feeling it here, not.
Yes,
there.
and well, and the sciatic nerve, if I'm not mistaken, comes around that way.
Okay.
So, and it can actually run all the way down into past your knee and into your ankle. But it's where you're the tightest is where you're gonna feel this stretch. Great question. Left, look, I got that by myself. Right, I knew which one it was. That's great. Right hand grabs the left ankle. You got it right there. All right, remember now we're gonna flex that left heel. Flex the heel, which means we're pointing the toes back. Left hand is pushing that left knee away from the body, and oh yeah, now we're engaged, right? Can you feel that? Oh yeah. And then we're gonna just gently forward fold it. And I'm right deep in the hip is where I'm feeling this. But I'm also feeling the engagement in the calf. Nice job, everyone. Gently bring it down. Okay, good, 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 good. All right, single knee lift, everybody, okay? Sit up straight, our backs are off again. Remember, this all begins on the exhale. So we lift, we grab, and we lift. All right, all on the exhale, and then we inhale down. So we're going deep into the hip here. That's literally where we're going. Lift, grab, and lift. And down. Lift, grab, and lift. Sit up straight. We want you to be in good posture. And down we come. We're going to go to the other side. Lift, grab, and lift. Oh. And down. Lift, grab, and lift. And down. Lift, grab, and lift. And down we come. Excellent, everybody. Inhale, up, sun salute. Widen the knees so that the arms will fit between them. Oh, yeah, there we go. Whew. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Left hand, left knee. Right hand, right knee. Up we go. Good job. Great job on sun salute. We're gonna come up to our second page. You guys are just breezing along here. Let's go to the working end of the chair. Standing up gently. We do want the chair to be on the mat so we don't slip and fall. All right. We're gonna do our cat-cow. Remember, there's never a bad time to take a drink. All right, so we're gonna go to our staple, right? That's what we're gonna do. Staple is hips on top of the knees, on top of the ankles, shoulders on top of the elbows, on top of the wrists. There we go. So if you look at me, you can kind of see, yeah, sort of kind of looks like a staple. All right, we're gonna look up at the wall. And what that does is that drops that little arch right in the lower part of the back. This is what they theoretically call the cow part of cat-cow. And then we're just gonna arch our back like the Halloween cat. Oh. Back to cow, we're looking up the wall in front, yeah. So what we're doing is we're really, as we work this through, and adjust your feet, whatever you need to do. We are starting to isolate this asana into the vertebrae. Okay, the arms aren't moving too much, the hips aren't moving much. It's just literally, really in the vertebrae. And it's gonna be where they're the tightest. Okay, for me right now, I'm in the lumbar section of my vertebrae. Okay, there we go. You know, some of you could be in the thoracic because that's where you're the tightest. That's okay. This time, we're gonna look up at the wall in front of us. We're gonna take that left foot and we're just gonna put it back. Okay, and the minute it gets back there, we're gonna look down and bring that knee back in. We're gonna put it back and look up. And we're gonna bring it in and look down. Back out, look up. And what are we gonna do? If you feel safe and comfortable, we're gonna think about raising that right hand. And then we're gonna put it back down, and then we're gonna sweep that left leg over and behind, and we're still looking up. That's the most important part about the balance. And right back down we go to staple. Look at us. Huh? I switched that up on you, didn't I? You guys were thinking we were gonna go behind first. Look up at the wall in front of you, put the right foot back. And then it gets back there, bring that right knee in, look down. Back out, look up. Bring it in, look down. Back out, look up. Hold it right there just for a second. I'm just laughing. I'm sorry. Bring that left hand up. There we go. And if you feel safe, do that. Only if you feel safe. Bring the left hand down. And we're gonna then swing that leg. There you go. Out to the side. We're sneaking in balance here, everybody. That's what we're really doing. You know, that's the whole key to what we're kind of like double plexing here. And right back down to staple. Up on your tippy toes, everyone. And down. Up on the tippy toes. I'm looking down at the seat of the chair, just to let you know. Up. And down. Up on the tippy toes and out to the left. And back. Out to the left. And back. Out to the left. Look up in front of you and then sweep that around again. We're still on our tippy toes. We're out to the right. And back. Out to the right. And back. Out to the right. Sweep it behind. Look up at the wall in front of. There you go. Oh, back to tippy toes. All right, everybody, I want you to look up at the wall in front of you, bend your knees, and rock back towards your hips. Yeah. Back up onto the tippy toes. Rock back onto your heels, bend the knees, and look up. Yeah, you got it. This is it. That's where we want to be. One more time. Up. Back up. Oh, yeah. Now, stop and look up at the wall, and I want you to evaluate how your balance is. I want you to think about how your balance is. And if you feel comfortable, left hand, left knee, right hand, right knee. If you feel comfortable. And then we're going to gently come up out of that pose. Ooh, shake your hands, everybody. Inhale up, sun salute. This is something we haven't done before. Exhale down the T. Roll the wrist. Oh yeah, opposite direction. Second class we do this, but not so much in the chair yoga class, but you guys are all really solid. All right, let's go to the other end of the chair. Okay. Okay, so this is discovery. You guys know that, right? This, when we used to teach mountain pose and then we'd try to work into tree, and I thought it was just literally a waste of time. So what I want you to do is I want you to find your tree pose, which is a balanced pose where you will not get blown over in the wind, even in these 20-mile-an-hour winds we got going on. And then I want you to just slide into tree, shrub, bush, wherever that feels comfortable for you. So first thing you do when you go to mountain pose, hand will get you there. When you feel comfortable, then you can start by exploring lifting that outside heel. And then it's from you, you're on, everybody. But remember, please look forward and breathe. Wherever that right foot goes is perfectly fine. I'm watching you on the screen. You guys are doing great. Yeah, one hand on the chair and you get, this is perfect. If you can get one foot on the ground and one foot behind the ankle, one hand on a chair and you're reaching up, this is great balance, everybody. And then we come out gracefully. All right, I love it. Let's go to the other side, everyone. All right. Again, don't rush this. And remember, the two key parts about balance are looking straight ahead and breathing. So here we are, we get a hand on the chair, looking straight ahead. I feel like I can take that 25-mile-an-hour wind that's going on out there. I got this, I'm grounded. And then I start to play with that outside left foot. What am I doing? Is anything possible today? Maybe not. Breathe. Look for that long extended breath. And out we come, everyone. Ah. Doesn't that feel good? Yeah, I thought so too. I think you guys have earned Shavasana. Let's do it. All right, let's get down somewhere. I know some of you like to drop down in the chair. I know some of you like to, flop down on the chair up the wall or legs up the wall, whatever, wherever you're comfortable is what matters to me. Okay. Shavasana. Interesting, huh? In my mind. I like to think of Shavasana as that time when we just let everything go. That our body is fully and totally supported by wherever we're at. The chair, floor, the mat, the wall. It's a chance to go find that breath again. Remember that very first breath we did in the beginning parts? Yeah. Find that breath. Watch it travel through the body, in through the nostrils, down the throat to the bronchial tubes, into the lungs for that miraculous, incredible miracle. And back up. Let's wiggle our fingers and toes. Gently open our eyes, not too fast, everybody. I am deeply honored that you would spend your hour with me. And I'm very proud of you for taking the time out of your busy days, out of schedules, treatments, doctor's appointments, and holiday shopping, and all that time to give it to yourself. I'm really very proud of you. Namaste.
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 Ah, you guys are unbelievable. Let me try to figure out how to shut this thing off here.